My colleague Usman Aliou joins me now in the studio. On what basis does Fayulu think that he actually won the vote?
So we are aware of several contentious issues during and after the election. Of course, during the election, we are aware of reports of glitches from the machines that were deployed for the voting. Many of the citizens, particularly from the eastern region, were disenfranchised, if you like, from exercising their civil rights. But Fayulu particularly was making this claim based on what the powerful Catholic Church gathered, because according to its own tallies, it shows about 60% of the votes went to Martin Fayulu. Of course, we are aware that he filed an appeal to the Constitutional Court, but the question remains, will the court be partial? I mean, will the court going to go and make a decision in favor of Fayulu? It's very, very, controversial issue now, because in the history of the politics of DRC, we are aware that the Constitutional Court all, favors the ruling party or Kabila's camp, if you like.
Interesting, isn't it? Because Fayulu says that Joseph Kabila, when he realized his favored candidate wasn't going to win, that he cut this backroom deal with Tshisekedi to make sure that at least someone slightly favorable to him, the departing president, would be in power. Can African countries really do anything about this? If they suspect that it's a fraudulent result, they can talk as much as they want, but can they really do anything?
It's very interesting to also point out that none of the African leaders so far congratulated Felix Tshisekedi. Why? Because they were skeptical about the result. We are aware of the regional bloc, which is Sadc, Southern African Development Community, which also called for the recount of the result because they were skeptical and they want to be rest assured if really Felix Tshisekedi was the genuine winner of the election. So all eyes now are on the Constitutional Court first to see what is going to make about the election. I mean, it's ruling. If it's going to be against Martin Fayulu, of course, potentially it's going to be a protracted civil disobedience, which potentially can spill over to other regions where there are already, armed rebellion going on. So all eyes now are on the Constitutional Court. African Union alongside Sadc will hold an emergency meeting tomorrow to see what is going to, resolve the issue ahead of the announcement or after the announcement of the court. Yeah.
Usman, thank you for coming in to the studio. My colleague Usman Aliou.
Épiscopale, la CHAINE.
Nous constatons que les résultats de l'élection présidentielle tels que publiés par la CENI ne correspondent pas aux données collectées par notre mission d'observation à partir des bureaux de vote et de dépouillement.
La CENCO et ses 40 000 observateurs déployés à travers le pays ont fait un comptage parallèle. Les évêques disent connaître le nom du vainqueur, mais se taisent. Les données de la CENCO, auxquelles nous avons eu accès avec RFI et le Financial Times, elles, sont parlantes. Avec 62,8% des voix, le vainqueur serait Martin Fayulu, comme il le...
Le recours de Martin Fayulu examiné ce mardi par la Cour constitutionnelle de la République démocratique du Congo. Le candidat à la présidentielle demande l'invalidation des résultats de l'élection du 30 décembre dernier, résultat qui avait proclamé vainqueur un autre opposant, Félix Tshisekedi. Martin Fayulu dénonce un putsch électoral du président sortant Joseph Kabila et revendique la victoire.
Il y a une base juridique qui semble assez forte pour justifier le recours, voire l'invalidation des élections, qui sont le fait que la commission électorale, jusqu'à quelques jours avant le scrutin, a reporté les élections dans 4 circonscriptions qui représentent plus d'1 million d'électeurs. Sur cette base, il y a quand même un fait assez fort qui pourrait justifier l'invalidation des élections. Après, sur un plan politique, la Cour constitutionnelle est composée de magistrats qui sont aux ordres du pouvoir. Les contentieux font partie du processus électoral normal, donc il est tout à fait légitime et régulier qu'il y ait des contentieux, et donc ça ne fragilise pas du tout l'élection de Tshisekedi. L'élection de Tshisekedi est entourée d'un parfum d'entourloupe, mais qui sont dus à d'autres choses que ces recours, qui sont dus aux discussions qui ont eu lieu entre le camp Kabila et le camp Tshisekedi avant et après le scrutin du 30 décembre.